Hi, my dear glasses lovers. I'm on holiday again. And today I decided to record this video in the hotel room and not to go outside because it's extremely hot outside and I didn't want to die there. I'm in Dacia in Turkey and it's very beautiful place but very hot. Okay guys, I have some great news for you. Maybe you remember that in one of my previous videos, I told you that I had applied for Italian Schengen visa. Well, I got it. And in November, the Museum of Glasses is going to Italy. Yes, guys, to Italy. To be honest, when I applied, I had almost no hope to get this visa. Right now, it's extremely difficult for Turkish citizens to get a Schengen visa. And a lot of people get rejected, sometimes for no obvious reason at all. And I actually have two passports, a Russian passport and a Turkish passport. But I thought that with my Russian passport, I probably had even less chance. Maybe you know that at the moment Russians are not having the easiest time getting European visas. So basically, I have two passports and one is worse than the other. Anyway, I decided to take my chances with the Turkish one and I applied with that. And I'm not going to bore you with the whole process, but believe me, it was insane. They wanted so many documents. They wanted everything. They wanted documents for my property, for the kids. They wanted bank statements. They wanted to know what I did with my money for the last 6 months. They wanted hotel reservations. They wanted flights. Even before you have a visa, it was absolutely unnecessary and insane. Basically, I had to prove that I had absolutely no intention to disappear somewhere in Europe. And because I'm officially considered a housewife, I even needed a sponsor. And my poor sponsor had to show all the documents, even from the workplace. Wow. So apparently, as a housewife, I can't just travel around Europe on my own. I'm nobody. And at some point, I honestly thought, you know what? Maybe I just don't want Italy that much. But then I submitted everything and waited. And the most insane and interesting thing is that you don't even know whether you got your visa or not until your passport comes back to you by post. They don't email you, they don't call you, they don't text you, nothing. Your passport just arrives and it's a surprise. And you open it and you see a visa inside it or you don't. I waited 40 days for my passport to come back to me. At some point, I started wondering if they were ever going to give my passport back to me. I almost wanted to call them and to say, guys, please, no rush. It's been just 40 days. Please take your time. I can wait. But by the time I had almost stopped waiting for my passport, it suddenly arrived. And you know, because I had been waiting for so long, I had a feeling deep inside that they were going to give me that visa. Anyway, my passport finally arrived. I opened it and there it was, my Italian visa. Well, I'm not angry with them. They just pissed me off with all that unnecessary process. I mean, I'm not a person to be rejected. Just look at me. I immediately took this photo to send to everyone who had been following my visa drama with me. So, guys, it's official. We are going to Italy in November. First, we are going to Rome and then we are going to Florence. Of course, I want to see all the historical places. I want to walk around, I want to eat pasta in those beautiful little Italian restaurants. I want to see all that beauty. But for me, this is going to be first and foremost an eyewear tour. I'm starting to plan my trip now and I want to find a good balance between the cultural part and the eyewear part. I absolutely love Italian eyewear. I love eyewear from a little independent optical ateliers, and I really love eyewear of big fashion houses. So I definitely want to visit Gucci, Prada, Miu Miu, Dolce and Gabbana, of course. And this is actually where I need your help, guys. If you know any interesting optical stores, maybe vintage glasses shops, some independent designers, collectors, or maybe some other interesting places connected to glasses in Rome or Florence, please tell me about them in the comments. I will be incredibly grateful for all the recommendations. And I've also heard a lot about Italian designer outlets. I would love to visit them because old designer collections are actually what I'm very much interested in. So please, if you know where I can find glasses from previous collections that nobody bought because they were just too crazy, that is exactly where I need to go. Please send me there. I need to go there. Okay, guys, thank you for spending this time with me. See you in the next episode. Bye.